look at my nephew. Why are you wearing a princess dress? Is this what you got for Christmas? Why did you ask for a princess dress for Christmas? Boys don't wear princess dresses!
Hey guys, we are back. It's the long drive home. Got another juicy topic for you guys and some special guests. One of them barring isn't here yet, so we're on our way to pick them up. I hate lateness, but I'll let you in, let our guest to my left introduce herself.
Hi, my name's Dee.
And where can people find you? In heaven.
No,
She said in heaven.
Already?
Social
media, Deacon Tay. Also, you can check out my business page, Busy Mamas.
Jeez. Busy
with
Mamas.
a Z, BIZZYMAMAZ.
Jeez.
Yes.
Come on.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Oh yes, how can I forget?
Because they obviously didn't want to say it.
That's bad.
I just thought I'll put it out there and all of that.
Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers. You do a great job.
Yeah.
Big up yourselves. And big up my my missus.
Aww.
Yes.
Ron,
He can be nice sometimes.
Come on, it's your boy Ron Snow, someone's potential baby for you know what I mean. $6.99, you can subscribe. I'm trying to help people out there that, you know, if your baby father's not doing well, I come in for 6 months and I come and build, you know, awareness, self-esteem, all of that. So yeah, holla at your boy, the long drive home.
Right, and we are going to pick up our fourth guest is Jossie Care, who we are going to pick up right now. And today's topic, for those that don't know, is all about gender stereotypes. And yeah, that is the topic.
Basically,
it's gender stereotypes in terms of, oh lord, what's this person? Let me go. Yeah, so that will be today's topic. So as it's Mother's Day, shall I say, I'm gonna ask Debs, as a mother, gender stereotypes. Do you feel like a son and a daughter should be treated the same?
I'm not gonna lie, I've got a son and a daughter. Although there's like a 5-year age gap between them, I definitely do treat them differently. Like there's no doubt about it. I treat them differently. If my son needs to go to the toilet, we can just quickly go over there, flick it out, and wee. If my daughter needs to go to the toilet, you better hold yourself and wait till we get to a place where you can go to the toilet. You can't just pull your pants down and, you know, do what you need to do. Because I remember one time she's like, Mum, I need to wee. And I was like, okay, wait then. She's like, no, I need to go to the corner. I was like, do you think you're a boy or what do you think you're doing? And I was like, nah. So definitely they do get treated differently. Whether that's right or wrong, that's up for debate. But I do treat them differently, 110%.
Right. As some of you are aware, we've just had someone enter the car today. So I'm gonna allow themselves to introduce themselves to you guys.
Afternoon, guys. Happy Mother's Day as well. Big up all the mums.
Yes.
I'm Jossie Care, as you might know me as well from Instagram. What it is, I'm a nanny, like a childcare professional. So I run my own nanny service. So I offer ad hoc childcare to parents and families, and I've been self-employed doing that for the last 3-4 months. I was a nursery teacher before, as well as, what else did I do? I did mother and baby groups, father and baby groups, support work. So I've worked with children in all kind of scenarios, as well as parents and as well as different roles. So I've also worked with families where both of the fathers are gay and they're called for custody. So the stereotypes for me, I've seen it all and I've seen it work.
Josh, can I just ask a question out?
Yeah.
Like, it's very, I would say, unheard of for a guy to be a nanny, or do you call yourself like a manny? Is that, would you?
Online people say manny, or nanny, and when I was a nursery teacher for about, I think 13 years coming this summer, I've been working with babies, but I've always been the only guy.
Right.
But there is men that do it, but people are still shocked. So it's a yes and a no kind, if that makes sense.
And is that something that you've always wanted to do, like
no, before I DJ, so I still I still DJ quite frequently.
Right.
And originally I wanted to do CSI, like crime scene investigation.
Yeah.
But then college, I passed it.
Yeah.
Barely. And then what happened? I think I got a job, and then I realised I didn't want to do that anymore. So I was working for the council, and my mum was like, "Oh, like you should consider maybe getting something that you can do long term."
Yeah.
And we was looking, and then we found a vacancy in the nursery.
Okay.
And because I was confident of working with children at like 18, I got a job, studied it, and been doing it since. I'm 30 next month.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
So I asked Deb, before you jumped in the car, I asked Debs in terms of a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Do you think they should be treated the same? Do you think parents should treat them the same as equals? And I want to ask that question to you, seeing as you obviously look after children.
Look after children.
Because obviously raising a boy and a girl is difficult.
Yes.
But do you feel like they should be raised the same? There shouldn't be kind of like any favoritism or allowance for them to do certain things?
No, because like yesterday I have a new client now that I look after her son on every Saturday for her.
Yeah.
She's a single mum, she's got 2 daughters, 1 son. She's realised her son's around females all the time.
Yeah.
So she wants a nanny to balance it out.
Okay, like a male role.
So
Yeah.
she realises that children need both sexes in their lives, but they can go without. So the conversation we had and what I normally agree, what I feel and what I agree is that I would bring up my children with love and respect.
Yeah.
And whatever they become from that, they become from that. So it might sound a bit wayward, but if my child was to turn out gay, it's no reflection on what I did or didn't do.
Okay, right.
I've still got to love them.
Yeah, either way.
The society we live in, mums and dads have loved their children through worse. Some of their children are doing X, Y and Z, and they're condoning it under their noses. So if my child was to decide to not get married ever and just stay single and keep themselves to themselves, I wouldn't think it's my fault because of the way I brought them up. And as for me having a son and a daughter, obviously you're female, so your behaviour is a bit different to a male. But then it might not be, because you might have grown up with a house full of guys, so you become boisterous. But then I don't label behaviours down to males or females, and because I've studied it, I did a little bit of child psychology as well, we've realised that boys do play differently in nursery to girls. But boys only play differently because they're not introduced to other sorts of play.
Like what?
So with doll houses, a doll house can stem from a Lego, like having Lego and then building a house. It hasn't got to be with a Barbie doll and pink toys.
So sorry. Do you think it's acceptable for a boy to play with a dollhouse?
Yeah, a toy is a toy.
You think?
Why are you putting this label on our kids? Then they get complexes.
But that's like a very girly type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When you put labels on stuff, rather than let them realise, okay, that isn't for them, they don't want it.
Oh, so
like, for me, a toy is a toy. I can't. It's like when we buy our daughters pink things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring up my daughter thinking pink's a feminine colour. Okay. I just want you to be a strong, outstanding female.
But would you buy your son a pink baby girl?
A pink baby girl?
Yeah, so you know you go out, you have newborn babies, and generally at baby showers you buy, like, if it's a boy, blue, white, grey. You can get neutral colours like the white, the grey and greens, but girls, so if you don't play sport, would you buy your son a pink baby girl and put it on him?
I'm not a fan of pink, but I like peach. And that's not avoiding the answer. But
okay, so
I would buy a more feminine based colour, if that's what people want to call it, because that's what I might.
So like. You wouldn't mind your newborn baby boy wearing a peach baby girl?
No, I wouldn't mind it.
There's a comment that's just coming from Marley Rose. It says no boy should play with a dollhouse.
I totally agree.
Maybe action figures, which I agree.
I was gonna say that because there's other things, not like a dollhouse. It's like Bob the Builder kind of thing. So there's the boy version of it, but not a dollhouse. Because the ideal thing about dollhouse is dollies and girls.
I get that, but then your children, your son or your daughter can still turn out to be gay, and you've did all the things that you think are right.
But is this about being gay though, or is it just about?
No. If you're trying to avoid them being a certain type of way,
male,
things breed from us trying to take things away. So when you've got hypermasculinity and mental health and gender roles, it all stems from us trying to do the most with our kids and not let them just be children.
So
and sorry to cut you.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
From my standpoint as a professional childcarer, as
Yeah.
I've studied it, I've worked with it. I've realised that we don't raise boys to be soft, or to be emotional, and it stems from play, because when they're building and they're doing kind of role play and play fighting, it's all bravado, which is nice. But when are you going to say to them that you can actually play with a baby doll and eventually like pretend you're a dad?
Do you know what? I totally. I see where you're coming from, but I just see it as a young child, as at that small age, like.
But let me cut you.
Yeah, go on.
Tell me what age you're starting from.
Yeah. Because
we're saying young,
I'm talking
2, 3, 1.
Yeah, I'm talking 2, 3, 1, like you know, like nursery and stuff like that.
Okay.
I personally don't believe a boy should be playing with dolls.
Yeah.
I don't see why. I don't see why a boy should be playing with dolls. Do you know what I mean? Because I think at that young age, he's so fragile. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's fragile. And there was an incident where you know, it's Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of stick.
Just about
I think was it Christmas or something like that?
Yeah.
And his nephew or something like that was wearing a princess dress.
A dress, yeah.
Now, he said something like, "What are you doing? Why are you wearing a princess dress? Why did they get you that?"
Yeah, boys don't wear princess dresses.
Yeah.
Boys don't wear princess dresses.
There's nothing wrong with that comment.
So, just do you think it's like, so, like, as Ron was saying, if a little boy is in like a princess dress, do you find that acceptable? Do you think, well, do you know what, that is their choice? If that's what they like wearing, then that's what they like wearing at such a young age. Do you know?
At such a young age, I wouldn't care less. But for me, I think if people was to come and work in nursery with me for like 3-4 months, and realise the strength and the positive outtake you can get from role play, and that what these children learn from pretending to be something else other than what they are. It's all imagination, and as well, it taps into certain parts of their mind so they can realise what they would rather and what they wouldn't like.
Yeah, but what I get that, I agree with that, because I've got a son who is 1, and I've got a daughter that's going to be 6. Now, when like his aunties like put my wig on his head, I'm like, no, I don't play that. That's not cute. It's not funny. So don't do it. I'm not on it. Whereas when my daughter does it, it's fine. So it's like, as much as you think they're young, there's a lot of other things they can play with and role play with other than a princess dress. You can be a builder, you can be a policeman, you can be a doctor, you can be a fire brigade. You can explore different male things. It's like, understand that you're a man and get used to the masculinity first before you can get into looking at women's stuff. So if my daughter was a boy, she was 6 now, and she started playing with girl dollies as a boy, I'll be like, you know that you're a boy, so boys can't do certain things. You can't just think you're a girl. You can't just pull up a girl's skirt or go to the girl's toilet or do certain things that girls do, because you can't. I'm a woman and we're emotional. So a girl and a boy isn't the same. I wouldn't want my son to be emotional the way my daughter is emotional. When you tell her something, she'll cry, like, oh, get over it. Whereas my son, if I tell him off, just take it, man. Take it and be like, all right, cool, it's gonna make me a better person. Whereas my daughter will cry. If you tell her off, they're going, what are you crying for? Because she's just emotional. So I think boys wearing girl stuff and all that pink, the colours I don't really mind, because my son's got a pink shirt. It's not a problem, but I'm his mum and I pull it on for him. So I've made that decision for him. He has not made that choice. Had he come and said, Mum, I want to wear a pink jumper and the pink trainers, we need to know why. Why do you think that's acceptable? Because obviously nowadays, this whole like transgender and this whole gender equality and all this kind of stuff that's going on, I personally think it's confusing the situation. It's very confusing. When I was growing up, there was a lot of, I'm Nigerian, so there's that aspect of it, as I grew up in a Nigerian home, and then there wasn't things, gays and lesbians were frowned upon. It wasn't somebody could say, oh, I'm gay, my gay friend, you're what? Huh? Not in this house. God forbid, I reject the devil. Like, it was mad. Whereas now, schools are introducing that boys can wear skirts.
What? Since when?
They're saying that boys can wear skirts to school, and they're trying to make it one gender toilet, so the boys and girls go into the same toilet.
No.
Now, me personally, I'm not about that. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. There needs to be, even as a grown woman, I don't want to go to the same toilet as a man in a public toilet. I don't want to go into the same toilet as a man in there. So why would I let my child be put in that situation? Do you get what I mean? So I definitely think boys and girls are very different. And when you're so young, it's important to let them understand what being a man is first before you can explore being a woman or trying to put on a princess dress. Because being, even as yourselves, no offense guys, there's men that are still trying to work out how to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you even learning how to be a woman when you can't even master your own one first? Like master how to be a man and how to be a provider. Because if we're going to get Christian and stuff, the Bible says man must not eat if you don't work. It didn't say anything about a woman.
Yeah.
It said man must provide, a father must leave inheritance for their sons. So therefore, it means that you're not doing what I got to do. As a woman, I've done my part. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. I'm not saying you can't work, because you can work, but provide. A woman keeps the home, innit?
Right.
So as the man, you've got to do certain things.
But then, okay, I fully get that, but then I'm in a job role that I'm keeping the home. So some days of the week, I've got the kids in the house. I'm doing school run. Like I leave my house, get to the house, do school run, wake up the kids, get them ready for school, to drop them to school, probably have the baby for the day. Go stay and play activities, come back, dinner's ready, then I'll finish.
Is that because you chose that?
Yeah, but that's a job role for me. But I don't see it as a womanly thing or manly thing to do.
Do you have kids of your own?
No, I don't have kids.
You don't have kids of your own?
Let me ask you guys a question. Sorry to cut you off. So, in terms of how do you feel a young boy should be raised? And that's the question I'm asking.
Yes.
All of you. How do you guys feel a young boy should be raised and brought up?
So, okay, for me, a young boy should be raised, like they use this term as a king. So he should know obviously right from wrong, but he should know, like, I don't have no kids, so
yeah, do you know what it is? I've got a stepson now. I've got a son. So my son is 1, so we're barely talking. But my stepson, his dad always tells him that you're a king, because obviously he's in a house full of, it's me, my daughter's a girl, and he always says you are the leader. You lead this house. You lead. So say nice things to people, encourage people, uplift people, like be that guy. So don't be the guy that, oh, like, you're right, provide for her, she falls, and you're okay, is everything all right, are you good? Anything that is like, you're like the shield, innit? Really, like you have to protect her. So it's like, that's how guys should be raised. That you're a king, you're a leader, you can be great, you can do anything.
That's it.
If you want to be a nanny, that's fine. You can be a nanny. That's cool. You got to switch off though. If that's your job, do your job, switch off, and come back to being the provider. Because normally nannies are soft. They're soft and they're gentle and they're, oh, you know, everyone loves going to their nanny. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with guys being soft, but I want my son to be a bit more like hard. Solid, like like if that plays rough with him, if he was all like, oh, you're right, every time he falls down, I'd be like, no, you need to allow it. Like if he fell down, he'll get back up. Don't just be babying all the time, because if you, from experience, if you baby too much, they get used to it and they just think, oh, my leg hurts, I can't walk anymore. You really can, but because you're so about it, they just become that. And kids are what they want to be. They can pull strings, they can act, they're good actors, they're very good at pretending to do anything. So personally, I think boys should be raised as young kings to provide and protect. That's your ultimate role, alongside all the rest of it.
And I was gonna flip it and just say, you know, the opposite with girls. Like, how do you think girls should be brought up? Because some people raise their daughters, you know, to, you know, you're gonna be someone's wife one day, so this is how you need to carry yourself.
Yeah.
Cool, I get it. Yeah. But then, like I had a conversation with the mum yesterday. She's got 3 kids. Yeah. We were talking about her daughters and just like, and I was like, I'm making my daughter, for me, when I do have a daughter, she needs to aspire to be more than someone's wife.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with that.
There's more to life. Because family love is beautiful, but if you don't want to, you don't want to. So there's, for some people, that's the pinnacle. If not, go as high as you want, baby girl. Be what you want. Be great. Be amazing. Know that when you do become part of a unity, you're gonna be another half. So,
but do you not think that comment meant as in, no, little girls like, I'm living my best life, I'm gonna do that stuff? It's like, you can still be great and still do all these things, but remember to have humility. So dress a certain way, do a certain thing, because you're going to be someone's wife one day. So it's like, you're still going to be great, you're still going to be this businesswoman, this career woman, you're still going to be a mum, but at the same time, just preserve yourself for this person. Don't be letting it all out and all this stuff because you're living your best life.
But no, it's not living your best life. It's more, do this for yourself first, second, and third, because as we all see now, I've seen so much females go left for a man because they haven't been raised to be a woman for themselves. Like, I teach one of the little brothers, be the best man you can be for yourself before anyone else.
Okay.
And for as long as you can, until you know you're ready to put yourself out there and help. So
be the best version of yourself.
So like when I used to live at home with my mum, I couldn't help my mum out if I couldn't help myself out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get that.
I'll teach my kids the same mindset that as much as you want to provide, do not cut off your nose to spite your face. So if you can't, you can't. Build yourself up. Yeah. Not saying make all the money in the world and come back, but just know that your mindset's in it and you're not going to kill yourself because your sanity and your well-being is more important than anyone else's. Yeah. Would be your mum, your husband, etc. So as for my daughter, I'd make sure she's inclined to be great and be a woman for herself before any man. And when she has got a man, she's the woman that a man needs, rather than the woman that a man wants.
Kissy 100 here says boys and girls must be taught different.
It's true. Do you know what it is? Boys and girls, we all say this. Boys and girls, we're not the same. Yeah. We're not the same. Guys, wherever, we're not the same. You see what I'm trying to say to you? So for me, if I had a boy and a girl, I could not raise them the same. And you know what? They say the stereotype thing because you know when you're a boy, you know you're a bit more like, hey, that's my, my son. You can be lenient to certain things. But with a girl, I'm not saying it's more precious, but if you're a father, you will you will take more care. Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? Because in this day and age, in this world we live in now, it's a scary place. And I think I would be more protective over my daughter. And I don't know, probably that's personally me. But if I had a daughter, I'd be very, very, very protective. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But alright, so for instance, Rons, if you had a son, would you teach him to cook?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know why? Because the why I asked that question is because you'll be surprised that there's quite a few men that can't cook.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And that's something that they should have been taught.
They should have been taught that because personally I cook, so I would teach my son how to cook.
But do you not think that's because like we're westernized, we're brought up in the Western world? Back in the days in our parents the man will go out to work and the woman will provide food. Because even at work, I've got some man at work, he's like a older man, and he says things like, oh yeah, the wife. I said, well, we're having for dinner tonight. No, the missus is dinner. I said, can you not cook? He's like, nah, without her, what would I do? Because he's been brought up like, I go to work and provide, I give her the money to do the shopping, and I just come and eat. Whatever the wife cooks is what we're eating, and that's how it is in our house. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's not just African people that do it, because this guy's English. I was like, oh wow, I thought it was just an African thing that the men do that. But I definitely want to teach my son how to cook, because the reason why is because I know how girls can be horrible. So I don't want your girl telling you you're not eating today. Really?
That's the worst feeling.
You make that rice, you make the best jollof rice better than hers. So you don't have to worry about it, because there's some women that can't cook and their men can.
And the other side of it, at some point in your life, you might be by yourself. So the independence is universal on both sides of the coin. My son's got to be as independent as my daughter and vice versa, because for example, my dad's Ghanaian and I'm half Ghanaian, half Jamaican. Welcome. My dad would tell you, like my mum agrees with him. My dad brought me up to not let no girl take me for fool. My dad taught me how to cook and clean from when I was like 13 for myself. Because my dad was with my mum for a bit, had his own place. When I had to go to his own place, I tidied the house with him. And I take pride in looking after myself. I now find it hard to let a woman cook for me and clean for me. It's hard for me to do that because I do it myself. Like if I'm with someone, I don't expect those things from a female, but I understand that some people are that way inclined. So it's nice to be able to do this stuff for yourself, because how do you all feel after you've looked after yourself and you succeeded from it?
Great.
You feel great. You feel great. You feel good.
But in saying that, I do have a catering company, so for those guys that can't cook, I do.
Every Mondays I do, so wifey me classes.
So like the whole kind of looking after yourself and hygiene is why a lot of black men are failing in life, because hygiene and well-being affects mental health. So the more and more you don't know how to do these things, you might become stagnant, live by yourself for a while, break up with your girlfriend, become single, and live in a ditch. Not tidy, not cook, live on takeaway. You start putting on weight. You start being like your house just becomes filthy, and that's because you wasn't inclined to do stuff for yourself.
But do you think that's not because they didn't want to, not because they didn't they couldn't. Because some people's mums say, there's some girls still now that they've been in the kitchen with their mum for the longest time and they still can't cook. You just not get. It's not for everyone. Like as much as women says to cook, there's some men. Look at Jamie Oliver, all these people. They're men that can cook. So their wife might be intimidated that you can cook better than me.
I feel a man should be self-sufficient. So I can't step to you as a woman unless I've got certain things in my life patterned, as we say.
I agree with that.
If I can't,
I totally agree with that.
I went through a stage of my life as a young teen where my phone bills would get cut off all the time. Boom, it's happened. Okay, I know, say I can't be with a woman if I can't pay my phone bill. If I can't afford my haircut, if I can't wash my own clothes, there's little things for me that I know, unless I can do these stuff periodically all the time, I can't look after you. You might not even want anything from me apart from me to love you. But the day comes when you're ill,
or you need
what am I gonna do? You're gonna drop dead on me. So for me, your man has to know how to do these things for when the day comes that you can't, or you've got to go away, and he's got to step up.
I think I agree with that. I think as a man, I think if you have a young boy, I think you should teach him certain things. You know, I think cooking, I don't see there's any problem with teaching your son how to cook. Do you know what I mean? But I just think, as like Deb said, a man should be a man. So you should teach him the values of being a man, how he should be treat a woman, and how he should be the man of his house. You see what I'm trying to say? Those values, those key values, as a boy, you should teach him and you should show him. And obviously you show him and you lead by example at the same time as well.
And that's what's important, to have the mum and dad together. I mean, if you're not together, you can co-parent. So dad will teach you when you're with dad how to be this man, and mum will teach you how to love a woman the way she wants to be loved, and how to cook, and how to do certain things. So it's a together thing. But that being said, obviously you're like a male nanny. Now, I don't know, and I'm being honest with myself, if I'll be comfortable to bring my daughter for you to look after.
That's
that is the truth. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I would feel about, oh, you're taking Dahlia to the who's looking after Jossie? Who's that? Is that a girl? Is her name Jill? No, it's a guy. Whoa. Because even now, I'm protected over certain men that are around my child. I don't introduce her to too many uncles. Not uncle. How many uncles do you really have? I'm very funny about male energy around my daughter. Very. Whereas man them, my son's just down like, oh Joe, hold it for a minute, and I'm going like, cool man.
I get that quite a lot, but then it's one of those things. If your daughter's teacher was a male, or nurse teacher,
that's fine, but she's not one-to-one with you. There's at least 30 odd kids in that classroom.
It's the same thing. The one-to-one care is just me doing a job that a female would do, but I'm just a male.
Yes, I'm saying to you, but where she's my daughter, that's my queen, that's my little princess there. So I'm very particular about any man around her. If it's not her dad or her granddad or my blood brother or godfather, whatever, that I know. Because remember, my daughter's teacher, I don't know him. I just see this guy, hello, we do parents evening, that's it. Now, you being her childminder, I don't know you. I don't care what your DBS says. That's a piece of paper. I don't care if that says you're all checked and you're all clear for anything. I don't know you as a person, so I don't know what values you are going to give to my child. Because if she's spending 5 days a week with you, she's spending a lot of time with this person. Definitely. So she's going to pick up some traits from you that I might think, when did we start doing this? Or when did we start doing that? This is new. What's going on? Do you know what I'm saying? So whether it's in class, the teachers don't spend enough time with my child for her to pick up certain things, because there's 30 other children. But let's say you probably have maximum 5 with you at a time, or 4, I don't know how it works. But that being said, is I don't know you enough to leave my child with you, to say you're looking after her, you're giving her food. What happens if she needs, like, if she's a baby and she needs her nappy change? That means you're going to be changing her. That's another man changing my child and seeing her private parts, and I don't know you. So I'm not comfortable with it.
With that,
sorry to interrupt you guys, just got a comment here from Christy One, which says, the same way a woman leaves her parents' home and they expect to be looked after, it's the same way I would want my woman to cook for me regularly. Jossie, just to touch on what Debs was saying, like, obviously you work with kids and you're a nanny. Now my question is, how does, like, I'm sure you work with white people and you look after white children, how do they react to you as a young black man coming into the house?
Because as much as white people can be racist, when it comes to business and me doing that, they don't see the colour of my skin.
Do you feel they're more acceptable, the white people, than black people?
They just see it as someone doing a job.
Okay.
And culturally, black people don't really get childcare. So, like, some parents get childminders. We've got big families, but then I've got a family I look after, and the daughter's black, mum's black, and I'm her nanny. and she knows I'm a nanny, and it's like, for me.
What does she call you?
I'm just
Okay.
like. It's just a job, but then I've stuck to my job for so long, and I did certain other things out of my job to break the stigma from it, because a lot of it is cultural stigmas or feelings we have, which I fully understand, because I had a situation. I used to work in a nursery. I was there for 3 years. One of the mums, she was black. Her daughter was in my class for a year and a half. Randomly she turned around and said she doesn't want me changing her daughter. Fine. That's her preference. I fully get it. For me, I'm a very big person that I respect your feelings and your thoughts highly. All the way, I get it. Me and the mum still got along. Everyone in the nursery gave her the cold shoulder. All the staff stopped talking to her, was bitching and moaning. One day I bumped into her in the playground, asked if she was alright, because I felt like no one should be treating her that way. She said, cool, we got along. 2 weeks later, she filmed me to babysit.
Oh wow, look at the turnaround.
And it's like, for me, I've got this far as a man, quote unquote, being myself. And I've had meetings with parents all the time, and I'm like, we have a play date, and I said to them, if I'm not for you, be honest and let me know that you don't want me. It's fine. Like, I can't get upset that you said, she wants a babysitter, you gave her my details, she's met me and she said, oh no, Josh isn't the one. It's not because he's a male, it's just no. Cool, because not everything in life you're going to say yes to.
Do you think it'd be easy if you had like a partner and you guys are doing it together?
No, because I've been doing it for 13 years. I've qualified, I've got insurance.
No, forget the paperwork, forget all of the necessities, but the thought of, okay, so me and my girlfriend or me and my wife, we do this thing.
Because I have people that seek me out because of my professionalism and know-how with their children. They don't see, but then they also know that I'm a positive male role model, and like I tell the dads that I meet now, I'm like, dad's jobs are harder, where dad's around, but dad's job needs to be done twice over. Because more time, mum's got sisters, friends, grandma, dad might just have him and maybe one close friend and an uncle. So you need someone to alliterate your role as a male, but not to be a dad, but someone to be as positive as you are in your child's life and set example and say no to certain things. So where I'm quite strict. And I've had parents stop doing business with me because I've been strict. And I'm
really?
not like, and obviously I've got policies and procedures, etc. So it's not like it's all within reason. But it's like, I am a believer in children of a certain age can attempt to clear their plate.
Okay, what age? What age would you say?
From 3, like we do it in nursery from 3. We self-serve in nurseries, so the children serve their own food. So at home I try to encourage it within reason. And I know one little boy I had, he didn't. We went out. He wanted something. It wasn't the right time for it, so it's just a no. He kicked off. Cool. Still a no. He got upset, told his mum. And I think that's the reason why she stopped me looking after her child. But a lot of it is parents just want the kids to be happy, so they'll rather, some parents would rather you just deal with the happy stuff and let the child be wayward. A part of me finds it hard to do that, so I'd rather not work and look after your child if you want me to let your child run amok. Like, I want to have boundaries at least and set the same example as you do. Only thing that I just don't shout at children because professionally I'm not comfortable with doing it. Like, I can lawfully, but I know I have methods and solutions to get through to a child that work.
So another question, you say you don't shout at children. Do you think it's wrong for a parent to beat their child for discipline?
For me, because I've seen both sides of it, yes.
I think you think it's wrong?
I think you should beat your children.
I'm an example of it where I think my mum and dad brought me up lovely, loved them to bits. But I did a big like I'm a domestic violence advocate. I did blogs around mental health and domestic violence that stems from childhood abuse. And parents don't know the difference between abuse and discipline.
Whoa, let me stop you there.
Let me finish
because I'm a parent.
Because they do, but then they don't actually see what it can do to their child long term. Because I know my dad used to beat me.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah, go on.
I'm only gonna stop you because you're not a parent yet.
Yeah.
So that statement, I get it, but I don't get it because I'm a parent and I've been beaten as a parent. So there is a difference. I think anyone that's sane, and I say sane, if you slap your child, if I say stop it, that's not domestic violence. If I punch up my child, or I drag my child, that's domestic violence. So when you say you don't know the difference, it means the person's not sane. Then it's a whole different category because it means this person is not stable. Because if my child, if I said to her, sit down, you know, listen, I've warned you, sit down, sit down. Sit down. You know, the fifth time I said to sit down, I'm going to slap you. So I've been telling you I'm going to slap you. I've done the whole sit down, naughty corner, you're not listening. If I slap your hand or slap your bum or flick you like that, that's not domestic violence.
I think hitting is necessary. I think
there's hitting domestic violence because end of the day,
it's discipline.
For me, I grew up in a Nigerian home, and beating was one of the key things of even when up until when I got pregnant with my child, I still thought, how am I going to tell them? Because the slap I'm ready to receive, and I was 23.
I still get beaten,
and I'm still thinking, bruh, it's gonna be mad. So that's the domestic violence and beating is very different.
No, I get that, but when I see the outcome of it, and a lot of parents don't realise the long-term effect that beating your child can have. Parents don't see it. They don't. Once they don't want to hear it because it's their child, which I get. Like my dad with me, we've had a discussion about it, and he gets it, but he didn't want to get it.
Yeah, but if you slap for every little thing, then
there are parents that just slap for any little thing.
Yeah,
but then sometimes, like, okay, you're building up your child to be resilient and strong. Yeah. Beating them ain't gonna do that.
It's gonna toughen them up.
And then okay, we wonder why there's a lot of black men now over 25 that are emotionless. And
hello.
Hi there.
Hi there, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm alright. What's your name and your location?
My name is Chris and I'm calling from North London.
Hey!
Hi, Chris. Thanks for calling.
What's going on? Hold tight, North London and that. M22. Sorry.
Man said O22, you know.
So Chris, what have you got to comment on?
Yeah, no, so first and foremost, really good show. The points that you guys are touching upon are, very interesting. However, one of the things that I would want to ask, or that I wanted to ask, was about kind of culture. So obviously there's, I think the young lady in the front mentioned that she comes from kind of an African background. And I just wanted to know whether or not you felt as though kind of culturally, the opposition to kind of like males or young boys kind of playing with like dolls or dresses or whatever it might be, whether or not that comes from kind of a cultural kind of background. So I don't know whether or not Josie's kind of demographic in regards to his clientele involves kind of a lot of like maybe like ethnic minorities, or whether or not actually he's found that through his experiences that he's been able to actually gain kind of more insight or kind of more work from a different demographics and not necessarily kind of Africans or black people. I don't know whether or not all of that kind of makes sense. There's quite a lot of questions in there.
It's the fact that I've been black has been a black male as well, has kind of been a USP, like a unique selling point. It's like, a black man doing that, people are interested. They might not buy into it, but they query it and they usually come back. So it's broken the stigma that black men are okay. Regardless of what job it is they're doing, black men are okay and they can work professionally. So culturally, I've now got clients that are white, black, Asian, Chinese, etc, etc. And I've had a white parent say to me she loved the fact that I'm black, for the fact that her child, she hopes, prays to God, her child doesn't grow up racist, because most children grow up racist because they're not around other cultures.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, but then I was like, yeah, it makes sense, because she's American. She said that in America, children grow up racist because they don't meet black people anywhere. I'm with her baby twice a week. He's 8 months. I'm like, hopefully I'm going to be working with them for a very long time. So he doesn't see colour. Like, children don't actually see colour. We do. So the fact we see colour and have an issue with it stems from our upbringing. So
correct.
What I'm doing is kind of breaking that stigma, luckily.
That's very good.
And with that insight that you have into kind of those different cultures, do you see kind of first-handed kind of the way in which the approach may be different. So I don't know, from probably like an Asian family in regards to kind of how it is that they would, or the stuff that they would give their child to kind of play with or interact with.
Yeah,
versus, I don't know, and
where, sorry to cut you, so where most white households in London, majority of them have no TVs, or they've got a small TV and like a massive bookshelf.
Right.
Most black households have big TVs and no bookshelves. So it's like their kids play all day, they don't watch TV. They have an iPad they might touch once or twice. And it's not all black families, but I know the majority of black families I've been to, even my friends and family, we haven't really got bookshelves in the house. So that in itself is a big sign that there's a big cultural difference in the way we bring up our children. And even in the house, just on a day-to-day basis of what we give our children to play with. Like, I look after a little boy. His parents got him a game for the iPad. He's now interested in web coding.
Okay.
And that's just from buying him a random game. And he plays it once a week, and he's online trying to make a website for himself. And he's 8. And that just stems from his sort of play has been play orientated around his interests. So I know culturally we're all now trying to get on that vibe, but we're not actually there yet. So I know hopefully as black people we realise that we can do more for our children rather than just giving them games and etc. etc. A lot of people don't, but I think a lot of us do. Hopefully that answers the question.
No, it definitely did. And obviously, because I've got like page to go, I'm gonna have to.
Thank you for calling in, Chris.
But no, thank you. But can I just ask one more quick question? The Anthony Joshua. So there was a lot of stuff about Anthony Joshua like last week. Any views on that? Whether or not it was overplayed, or whether or not actually he was kind of right, and that's kind of to everyone to go.
We live in a sensitive world, man. It's way too sensitive. Like what Anthony Joshua done, I don't see any issue with it at all. Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? He's just. It's like what Deb said, you see our culture as well. Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? Like, he's probably brought that from his culture.
Because he's Nigerian.
He's Nigerian, so that's what he's been taught. And I just think the world's way too sensitive. Yeah, and I don't think he's done anything wrong there.
Like we said, he's probably meant it as in, well, I don't know what he meant, but from how I saw it is you're someone's wife, you can still be a woman, but remember, don't go and start footing yourself and wasting yourself all in the name of whatever it is. Like, know that you're going to be someone's wife, so you want this man to respect you and love you as a pure person, so don't overdo it. Whereas guys, they can just be wild and it doesn't really have the same effect, and that's just the truth. Whether it's right or wrong, that's not the point. It doesn't have the same effect. If a guy has told you I slept with 100 girls and he treats you good, you're still going to be like, that's my man, that's babe, that's whatever. If a girl has slept with 100 guys now, and you're walking down the road and Joe's like, yeah, I smashed, Jess is like, I smashed, Ronnie's like, I smashed, and then you're like, I'm going to wife her, your boy's going to be like, bro, it's not going to happen.
And it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
That is it. That's the reality we live in. So I don't think there's anything wrong with his comment, personally. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. People just take things to heart. They want to make a situation out of everything. They're not demoralizing the woman. I don't think it's demoralizing the woman and just saying to you, you're only going to be someone's wife. No. Because there's wives that work. Beyonce's a wife. Is she not a wife? They're wives, but she's still doing her thing, but she's a wife. So there's nothing wrong with it. He's not saying you're going to be at home sitting and cooking. He didn't say it. He said being a wife.
He's only at fault because of who he is, people listen to him. So for me, that's how he feels. That's how he feels. Why are we caring? Like, that's his preference. That's what he wants to do for his kids. That's what he believes in.
And he's going to continue doing it anyway.
I fully understand. I get it. I might not agree with it, but I get it. So it became a big hoo-ha. But sometimes it's a celebrity, sometimes you've got to keep your mouth shut. So that's what I can really say on that, because if that's what he agrees, that's what he agrees with. He doesn't take away from the person he is. He's fully still a decent brother, but that's what he believes in. He's Nigerian. I've met him. He goes to my barbers. He has strong beliefs that go that way. Cool. Everyone's made a big hoo-ha and chastised him and called him these things. And it's like, are we not all allowed to be different and feel certain things and do certain things a different way? And it's like, I got to it and it disgusted me because every female that was his fan dropped him out so quickly.
Is it?
And it's like,
I was Team AJ, mate. I was like, carry on.
It's an opinion, isn't it?
It's an opinion, bro.
He's entitled to it.
That's his opinion, isn't it?
You know what I mean? But on that note, we are at our destination. So I want to thank our guests, Dee and Jossie for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for those that have tuned in. We will be back in 2 weeks with another topic. So I'm gonna leave it for the guys to sign out and give their socials over once again.
Deekinte, DeeKinte, and my business page is Busy Mama, BIZZYMAMAZ.
My socials are Jossie Care on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also my website jossiecare.co.uk or .com, and I blog about parenthood and childhood related things as well as my other socials is DJ Josh Simmons if it's related to music and that part of it, if that makes sense. Yeah.
You already know it's your boy Ron Snow. Like I said, I forgot to big up Andre and Shireen on your birthday. Again, big up all the mothers out there. Thank you for the 9 months you carried me through. You done know. Like I said, $6.99. Subscribe every month. I'm helping the baby mothers because I'm the baby mother specialist. We signing out back in 2 weeks. You done know.
And Joey Cool, you guys can find me on Insta, Joey Cool1. And for those of you that might need a future nanny, there's your guy back here.
Or as well, I give parents advice on what childcare to get, because I don't just want your money. So you might want help in finding a nursery or something that suits you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not affordable, so sometimes you just got to wait a little bit. So
yeah.
If you ever needed help or advice on what to do childcare wise, just DM me and we can take it from there.
And that's free, yeah?
Yeah, that's free. Yeah.
There you go. There's the plug. There's the plug. We are the Long Drive Home. We are out. Thank you for watching, guys, and happy Mother's Day once again.
Mother's Day.